Growing Readers is a collaborative effort between the RESA Network and the Governor's Office of Student Achievement that provides consistent and high-quality off-site and on-site professional learning to improve reading instruction. Every participating school, district, and community can personalize the strategies from Growing Readers to best fit their own unique needs.
Growing Readers is an instructional practice. It's where you take the instructional practices of conferencing and independent reading and you blend them beautifully to aid in children's success with their reading levels.
The best thing about it is it's not a program. It's just doing best practices, what works with children, no matter whether they're a struggling reader or a proficient reader. It works.
This is something teachers can add to a permanent skill set to improve literacy.
Our teachers better understand, how do I know when my student is growing like they should and building those reading skills at an appropriate level for their grade level?
When I left the PLs, I was able to actually implement it. Like, I could come back to my room and get started right then and there. It wasn't something that I needed to wait for.
Growing Readers has changed my assessment practices because instead of focusing on one common goal for all of my students in my classroom, I'm able to really focus on the needs of each individual child. So one child may need something different than another. It allows a lot of differentiation in my classroom.
Conferences are different because they're individualized. The great thing about conferences is they really build children's confidence and they also help build your relationship with that child. I felt like I got to know my children so much quicker and so much better than in years prior because of conferencing with them and having that one-on-one time. You get to see what makes that child laugh, what they find interesting about that book, what connections they make. And it's almost like a parent-child relationship, being able to sit and read a story with them, and so it just makes you closer.
Our teachers who have been a part of the Growing Readers program have had the opportunity to go into several other school districts and see what Growing Readers looks like in other schools. Them seeing, I'm at the beginning stages of Growing Readers. I'm looking at a classroom that's where I hope to be in another year or two. Helps them to see this is what I'm working toward.
There's nothing better than seeing what you're trying to do being modeled for you and then being able to ask questions if you have any.
I wanted to ask you about your strategies. They were great. So yes. Are they all taught individually, or do you ever show a strategy whole group first, like pre-teach it, or is it just the individual basis and then they meet with their book buddies and kind of share ideas?
I've done it in different ways. What I found most successful for me is to do individualized strategies because the goal in my classroom is that it's differentiated, specific to each child's needs. When I visited other teachers that are using the Growing Readers in other districts, it was probably the best visual that I had been given on, what is appropriate and what's expected. It helped me tremendously. There were so many elements that I didn't realize I could use or could be a part of my classroom, and it felt nice to talk to teachers who had already gone through the stage that I'm in right now. I have taken and used so many things from the district that I was able to observe.
The way that Jones County envisions sustainability with our Growing Readers program is to involve everyone in the process. Our school leadership teams, our central office, more importantly our teachers, but to our students and their families.
We're going to be producing citizens for our community who are able to do whatever they want to do and they're confident readers.
Growing Readers implementation in Middle Georgia has been successful through supportive and dedicated district and school leadership who facilitate collaboration between districts and connect teachers to other Growing Readers participants. New and veteran teachers openly engage and learn from each other's experiences with Growing Readers, and both teachers and leaders prioritize classroom visits as valuable professional learning opportunities. Through these key actions, Middle Georgia is growing teachers to grow readers.